What's going on, everybody? This is Mike with RetroGameFix.com, and today we're going to go over swapping the backs off of a couple PS4 controllers. You might have watched a few videos where people have popped the backs off the controllers to either mod them to put in the Xbox One sticks or maybe a bigger battery. Not going to do that today, just going to pop the backs off the controllers and hopefully highlight some things that the other ones didn't make crystal clear for you. So the reason that I'm popping the backs off the controllers today is I bought an urban camo and I bought a white. The thing about these two is I think the black back from the urban camo would look better on the white, and I think the beige light gray from the white would look better on the urban camo. More specifically, the black back on the white controller. How did I get that idea? Well, I didn't get that idea. I thought it from the beginning, but if you look at the super sexy Xbox One white controller that I got with my Sunset Overdrive Edition Xbox One, you can see that it has the black on white, and it looks great. So, what we're going to do today, and I actually have not popped the backs off these controllers, but I've watched a couple videos. So we're going to do a rough run. I'm going to pop the back off of this one first, pop the back off of this. And if it starts to take too long, I'll do a couple cuts and then you can see the finished product. But I at least want to get through how easy it is to take these things apart. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this if you are worried about breaking your controllers, because you can certainly do that. But it is 4 screws and then just a little bit of tender, loving care while you take the back of the controller off. So let's just take a look and see what we're working with. I just have my my small computer set here. So let's get the back off of the white one first. Again, sometimes these videos probably would work better with a tripod, but what's it matter? You will get it regardless. So once we pop this off, you need to take some gentle care with popping the back of the controller off. So rather than try to pinch and pop it, I'm going to put in a real thin bit and just pop around it. See, it pops real nice. You can actually see there's little tabs right underneath there, and you just want to give it a little touch. Let's start with the other side. Sorry, everybody, my phone ran out of space, so that's why we had a little cut there. So anyway, picking up where we left off, I have this part of the controller popped pretty much loose, but I want to go back to the other side to get this side cracked open. We're just going to get in there real nice and just pop this loose. And we don't want to break it. And there's a little tab down under here too. So there we go. That side's loose. Should be another tab under this side as well. There we go. So this is the part that comes up a lot because you don't want these triggers to pop out as we're trying to pop it loose. So the key is to try to pop it up and forward so you don't pull the trigger with it. So that trigger just stays sitting nice and clean within the controller. And I'm going to go back here and pop this out as well. So now it's nice and open, and you just need to be careful here because you don't want the buttons to come with it. So if they do, it can be a big pain in the ass. If I do that, I'm probably going to drop some F-bombs. There we go. So that side went. One little button here. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing this in my pajamas because it's Friday night and I like to wear pajamas. So let's see where we got a clip here. There we go. that one does not want to pop loose with it. There it goes. So there it is. So now that it's out and we've got the buttons still in place, you have the little light strip here. So we're just going to unplug that quick from the back, and you can use your needle nose to do that. Just slide it out. And don't forget what side is the bottom. You can see here the blue, when you put it back in to the next back, the blue is what faces up. So let's not lose this one, because that's going on our next controller, and we're going to do the same with the Urban Camo. Again, just don't forget the correct bit. And so it's not super difficult, but if those top buttons pop out, you're going to have to get them. Same with this back. And that one's turned a little bit, so we just want to be careful getting this one out. And there went one of my buttons. And we will remove that. So now we have the back that needs to go onto this one. So let's do that. This needs to plug into here. And it's actually probably easier if you want to pop this guy off. Again, blue facing out. You can not worry about it as much. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that tonight. So I don't want to F with it. So now just make sure to get that part back in. You can probably get this with your finger. I'm gonna sit down to do it. There's a little plastic piece here that does the light. That is what kind of puts it through the entire thing. So it's kind of a bitch. I should have probably pulled it off of the board instead. So, but nevertheless, this is how we did it. Actually, we are going to pull it off of the board. There we go. Again, blue facing out. And so, oops, shit. There it is. Alright. Probably didn't want that to come with it, so let's put that back in. Obviously, you can see this is my first time. So you should probably just pop the blue out of the board. So let's put this back in here. And there is a ton of little ass shit. And I just want to look at this one to make sure what side goes out. There we go. And that's probably a good lesson on why you shouldn't listen to what I'm telling you. So, this is all because I'm a moron. It shouldn't be this difficult. how about this? How about we take a quick break? I'm going to get this back in there, and then I'll do it right. Alright, so about pulling that piece out, ignore that now that we zoom back out on my first go at this, and I'm sure everybody's laughing, I'm a moron. So, now, we get this guy back into here. So I got everything back together in here. If you do what I did stupidly, it's real easy to take this apart and pop that. You just pop this piece up here, and you can lift this little plastic piece off to get it back in. So if you do that, white piece off, just pull this plastic just rotates out with these little sticky pieces, and then you can insert blue side up again right there. And so now, blue side up into this. Be careful not to pull the other one out. There we go. And now that everything's plugged in, we have connection to the LED. And just like before, we want to be real careful getting this back on there to not pop any of those buttons out of place. You just want to start to try to line everything up. And there we go. Let's push down on the front first. Everything's good there. Go to the back and start to line up everything. There we go. Pop that back in. Now, check your buttons. Check the light. Everything's good. At that point, we just throw these screws back into it. And there it is. There is our new white with the black bottom PS4 controller, much like the Xbox One. So I'm going to cut to a quick break here, get the button back in the urban camo, and I'll come back and put that one back together so you can see the change. Swap them up. So there we go. This one still looks a little awkward, but the white one looks exponentially better. So there's your urban camo with the beige bottom. Seems to blend a little better. Here's your white, which is super badass in my opinion. And then here's your equivalent Xbox One controller. So, again, Mike with RetroGameFix.com. I probably should have tried it once before I recorded this video, so I apologize. But you got to see the inner workings of the PS4 controller, so if you wanted to do this yourself, or even order the backs off of eBay, you can order any colors you want essentially off of there, pop them onto your own controllers, and there you go. Again, RetroGameFix.com. Soon to be GamingReset.com, where we will cover everything from Atari to modern games. Talk to you later.